For all those people that hate on our baseball videos, here's another football one. We'll keep them going. We got a few coming your way over the next week or so. This video is about 2 quarterback leagues. I'm
hooked on a QB.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to that. The Superflex has started to grow in popularity. I've always actually been a huge fan of this. I think if you're in a 10-team league or even a 12-team league, adding a Superflex where you can start a QB, wide receiver, tight end, or running back, it changes the whole dynamic of the league.
AKA start 2 quarterbacks.
You should start 2 quarterbacks.
You should try your best.
Real quick though, FanDuel FST 2014 is our promo code. You get a nice little sign-up bonus if you sign up. If you are going to do daily fantasy leagues, go ahead and sign up. Use our code.
FST 2014. It's really fun. I play every week. Just adds another element to it.
2 QBs. What's the strategy, Brent?
All right. Here's my thing. First of all, if it's a straight 2 QB league, obviously you have to put 2 in the slots. But then you're going to want 1 backup. But I don't mind even trying to get 2. I got no qualms with that. If it is a super flex, I'm still looking to have at least 3 quarterbacks on my roster. So before I get into some of that, where are you drafting the quarterbacks, Dustin?
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, people it's like they think it's a whole different strategy. It's really not. I mean, you just have to bump QBs up. I mean, where right now, Manning's the only one that should go in the first. Maybe, Rodgers or Breeze sneaks in the late.
I think all 3 do. I think all 3 go in the first in 2 QB league.
I mean, you can't hate on that. And then, instead of hardly any QBs, going in the second, you bump a few of them up, and I mean,
Stafford's going in the second.
Stafford's going, and the thing is too is you got to be real careful because you can't really wait for your QB in a 2 QB league, because if people start taking their second quarterback before you get your first quarterback, you could be in trouble.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And when I'm looking at the second round, I mean, I have no qualms going quarterback in this league, in this kind of format. The other thing that I try to do is, we've talked about it in our draft strategy, receiver is extremely deep this year. So I am perfectly fine waiting on wide receivers to get some stud running backs, stud quarterbacks early, and I might not draft my first receiver until the 5th round. I might have 2 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, and I'm fine with that.
But it's still just all about value. It's who you think is better value at the time. I mean, once you get into the 3rd, 4th round and you don't like what running back would be kind of the next running back you think for the tier is, then you have another option to look at a quarterback. While in a 1 quarterback league, you're like, all right, I don't like this running back. I don't like this tight end. It's too early for him. I'm taking this receiver. So yeah, it's just a little different.
And something else I'd say with the quarterbacks is tiering is so important in a 2 quarterback league. So you got your studs that are going to go in the 1st round, your secondary, a second tier that's going to kind of go in the 2nd, 3rd round. But then after that, don't reach for like a mid-grade kind of quarterback. Every year there's a few that blow up out of nowhere, put up good fantasy numbers, like Carson Palmer last year. No one thought he was going to do what he did. He was one of the last quarterbacks taken even in a 2 QB league and had elite numbers. So the guys that are going towards the bottom can still put up good numbers, especially to be your QB3 on your bench. So don't necessarily reach for a middle guy. Some of those guys at the bottom can do just fine.
And long story short, it's just move all those guys about 10 or 20 picks early, depending on where they're going. I mean, that's basically what you need to do. I mean, you just got to pay more attention to them throughout the whole draft. And like Brent said, it's not a bad idea to go ahead and get 3 quarterbacks, especially with your QB3, in my opinion, going after more of a high upside guy like maybe a Tannehill, who could be a QB2 borderline.
We like Tannehill. No respect for Tannehill.
Borderline QB1.
Ooh, one other quick thing. At the end of your draft, if there's like a Blake Bortles or Matt Castle still available, just grab them. I'm fine with you having 4, heck, even 5 quarterbacks. That might be a little nuts, but even 4 quarterbacks for the sole reason quarterbacks are going to get hurt. You're going to be able to maybe trade one, get some value. One has a good week 1 and 2. You might be able to deal them. Quarterbacks are key.
I would only do that in 12-team leagues. 10 teams, there's plenty.
10 team, you can have 4. Don't worry about that.
There's plenty of quarterbacks to go.
Because
Nick over here, Dustin right here.
Hooked on a QB.
That's awful. If you got any questions, post them in our forums.
You can't even flip your pen. I got you so discombobulated.
We need a combobulated. We have a new rule: no singing. If you like what you saw, then check out some of our other videos and subscribe to our channel.